backs are good and legs. The bulldogs all have rubber feet. Their hands may stop for legs. The farmer's trees are full of fruit. Barns are full of hay. Well, I'm bound to go where there ain't no snow, where the rain don't fall, the wind don't blow, and the big rock can't rise.
What's up? My name is Brett Buehler of the Part-Time Rockstar podcast. I'm here on behalf of Sunrider 9 Productions, if I may, and I'm here with Aaron Yieldhall, otherwise better known as Skribe. What's up, homie?
The last time we hung out, I think, was over the World Wide Web, doing some remote interviews, trying to figure out how to be alive and surviving as musicians during a pandemic. Isn't that the last time we communicated? Yeah.
That's correct. You were probably one of the first guests on my show, and at that time we were in the height, I think, of the pandemic. We were all scared. We all were like burying food in the ground. Personally, I was burying handles of like tequila in the ground. You know, it was a troublesome time. We all battled through. And you battled through possibly better than anyone, man. I've been seeing your itinerary, and you've been getting around a little bit.
It's coming back in full force. I think everybody's had a lot of time to dream, to like fantasize. Like musicians, venues, promoters, everybody has had time to rethink everything. And so hopefully numbers stay down and everything starts coming back, but I think we're starting to see it's like these visions, these dreams are like being implemented now. It's like the summer, the warmer weather's coming, and it's like, let's get out and rock again, right? Yeah.
My face is dirty and my slate is clean. I don't want caffeine and a piece of that pie. I whisper no, say it loudly. I'm not stream, skateboard guy.
You're one of the biggest nodes, I would say. Nodes. A node is like one of the biggest personalities and characters within the Annapolis Naptown music scene, I would say. You and Kavusi and a few others. And I kind of wanted to bring this up because I thought I heard you might have been going out to Nashville a lot.
Oh yeah, I started going down about a year ago. I started going to East Nashville. I had this obsession with some of these like gritty Americana garage bands. It seemed like there was a scene in East Nashville that I really identified with. There was a band, Pujol, that I was really into. Just, you ever get like completely sucked into like an album and it's all you can listen to for like a month at a time? It's like, yeah. So that happened to me with this band Pujol, and they had like done a couple things at Jack White's studio down there in Nashville, and was like, so I kind of like took a trip down there. I didn't have a gig. I had a gig in Knoxville, and I kind of decided to go extra 2 hours and spend some time in Nashville. And you go downtown, it's like the honky tonk thing. If you like country music and you like getting wasted, but if you go into East Nashville, that's where like all the weirdos are, all the artists, and like just a lot of offshoot, like a fringe. There's like a fringe culture. The caliber of musicianship is through the roof, but it's a lot of like people that are kind of sick of the same old thing, and so there's some really interesting stuff going on, and not a whole lot of dilly-dally. It's like nobody's got time for watered down stuff, it's like get to the point. So I really I went down there a couple times. I fell in love with it, and then I ended up going down once a month for the past year, and just not necessarily playing shows, but just going to shows, meeting people, and getting inspired. And I noticed that when I would come back, I would be real wired, like inspired by oh, this is like this music scene is like we have an awesome music scene in Annapolis and in Maryland, like in Baltimore. It's like I feel like we do a good job of banding together and trying to do events and stuff together and helping each other out, and like doing shows together when we can. But it's down in East Nashville, it's just like, no, that's just the way of life. It's like times 300, and it's really saturated. It's kind of hard to be the new guy, like to come in and be like, hi, I'm from out of town. They're like, get out of here. We got enough musicians down here. But I like that because it makes you try harder, and it makes you be better and work harder. And there's a lot of, it's just like any music scene. There's people that work really hard. There's people that are in it for the wrong reasons. There's people that are in it for the right reasons. And so like in Nashville, it's just scaled up.
How was it opening for Hootie, dude? How was it, man? I want to know.
It was really wild. It was the biggest gig of my career. I've been doing this since 2007 was when I put out my first demo, and we've had some awesome gigs. It's like nothing at that scale, and it was really wild because it's like I didn't know what to expect. The first time I had ever gone to a concert that I remember was seeing Ani DeFranco at Wolf Trap in like 1998 when I was like 14 or something. And I didn't even play guitar at that point. Music wasn't even on my horizon. And I think I could trace back my fascination with wanting to write songs and play music to that point. Like, to being at that show, I can still remember what it smells like in the air. I can still remember, like, just being like, I didn't know you could, looking around, you see, the first concert you ever went to, you look around, there's like so many people there, and they're all singing along, and it feels like almost like you're at church or something like that. And that was the first time I'd ever had that experience at Wolf Trap. And it was like 23 years later, I'm on that stage, sound checking, looking out at the seat that I was sitting in. and I'm about to open to 7,000 people, and then Ani DeFranco is coming and playing on that same spot like a week later. So it was a real intense moment. I think somebody in the opening band, like everything got messed up because of COVID, right? Like people that were supposed to open, tour gets pushed back, somebody was supposed to open, they had another thing. So like whatever, if things get all messed up, luckily I had done some stuff with the Wolf Trap family, and I got some friends that like, I had worked with them a few times, and luckily my name came up when at the last minute, you know, we're going to get somebody to fill in, and who's it going to be? And I was just really honored to be even on the radar, and it worked out. Once every 2 months, I get a bag mailed to my doorstep. It's got the Spotify logo on it, and it's got a bunch of pennies cut into different shapes of slices of pie, and then I have to super glue them together and take them to the bank. And usually, because the Coinstar machine doesn't accept them.
We want to thank Sunrider, State Fair, and Aaron Skribe for hanging out and just talking some reality, man.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Brett, and thank you for what you do. I know a big part of what you're doing with the podcasting is to help local music reach a wider audience, and that's something that we need. That's an energy that we need to see more of, and yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Hey, man. Happy to see you in reality, man. Hell yeah.